What's going on, guys? It's your boy Serrano and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to talk about the iPhone 7 after about a month or so of using this thing. And honestly, I could say that this thing is actually a really nice device from Cricket Wireless. I haven't had any iPhones before this one. This is like my first experience with this thing, but it's definitely been a good overall experience with the home touch button, and just overall that thing is really secure when it comes to my bank account information. Also, it doubles up as a multitasking button where you can actually access all different kinds of apps. It does save them in the background, so you're getting, like 2 gigabytes of RAM. And basically you get iMessage, which is the main reason I got this thing, was so I can, like, in case of emergency, I could FaceTime family members and iMessage friends and stuff like that. And you could actually be able to see when they're responding. The screen on this thing was 750 times 1334 pixels. Honestly, it was a really nice device. It came with a matte black finish on the back, which was actually one of my favorites. It comes in a multitude of colors. You can get a gold color, but the matte black color was probably one of my favorites. But also this thing was running on the latest software from Apple, which was kind of cool to see that they, did offer that experience where you can actually get the same experience that you get from some of the flagships that you would also you pay like thousands of dollars for in modern times, and most recently with the the Pro model. But this thing was able to get everything done that I needed to do. It did have all the sensors in it. It had the gyroscope, the barometer, the accelerometer, and the compass as well. I was getting 32 gigabytes of internal storage with this one, but it did give the ability to record in 4K slow motion as well as 1080p and 720p HD. You did get a wide variety of settings to choose from as well, so you can customize everything in the iCloud as well as Apple Pay and a whole bunch of stuff like that, which I probably wouldn't use the Apple Pay for. But honestly, coming from an Android user who's been with Android forever, since I've ever used a smartphone, I've always been introduced to Android or Microsoft, but the most one that I'm familiar with is Android. And honestly, I could say that it's like no difference, except for the fact that you're getting that iMessage feature, which I would say about 90% of the people that I know actually have, which is crazy. It's become like really popular for people to use Apple phones, and it's because of the iMessage and also the FaceTime application, where you're able to communicate with people a whole lot easier. So this is mainly a communication device for me, and mainly one of the reasons why I got it was for communication. It comes with 2 gigabytes of RAM, 4.7-inch display, 1960 milliamp hour battery with a 12 megapixel camera on the back of it. It also is running that Apple A10 Fusion chip, which is cool. Now, some of the key features that you might want to know is that the front-facing camera is a 7 megapixel. And it's actually pretty nice. It does have a lot of cool features inside of it. The front-facing fingerprint sensor. You also get dual speakers on this thing, which is crazy because when you're listening to music and playing video games such as Call of Duty, Fortnite, PUBG, everything like that, it's just gonna be really, really, really smooth. I mean, this is probably one of the smoothest chips I've played on. It has that Power VR GT 7600 Plus for graphics. It's a quad-core processor, but it's actually a really nice one because it has that 2.34 gigahertz dual-core Hurricane plus the 1.1 gigahertz dual-core Sapphire, which is crazy. The design of this whole thing is really nice in the hand. If it's just like a charm, it's like the perfect size that you'd ever want to have. The colors, again, they do come in black, gold, silver, rose gold, jet black as well. It's also a dust-proof device. It has waterproof resiliency up to IP67, which is not bad at all. It's a lightweight device at 138 grams, and throughout my experience with this thing, it's definitely held up really well. When it comes to the PPI, it's 326 pixels per inch IPS LCD on this thing, and Apple's gonna get ready to release the SE2, which is gonna be the same form factor at 4.7 inches, which is crazy. So it does still have that home touch button, which is really similar to it, and they're gonna give you the new chipset on it, which is gonna be something that's actually different about it. But it's giving you almost the same exact specs as well, but for that price, people who are new to the Apple ecosystem could definitely upgrade to that one. But if you're someone who wants to get one for under $400, then you'd probably just jump and gravitate towards the iPhone 7, which is going to be at least like $200 on Amazon. So it's a value nevertheless, and honestly I could say that it's a steal regardless, no matter where you're coming from, if you're a new user or somebody who's already in the game. But I know a lot of people who have Apple devices don't tend to change their phones, and they're mainly just focused on the OS of the Apple ecosystem, and most of the time they have another product that they can pair along with it, such as AirPods, Apple Watch, a tablet, or basically a PC like a Mac. So honestly, I could say that the whole ecosystem of Apple is really cool, and I'm glad that I dived into it. But if you found this video helpful in any way possible, just let me know down below by showing your appreciation and support down below, and hitting the bell icon as well so you can get notified for more videos just like this. But it's your boy Serrano, and I'll check you guys later. But in the meantime, I hope you guys stay safe, stay with a mask, gloves, and have a great morning, afternoon, evening, depending where you are. Have a great night. Later, crew. Peace.